Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Korkmaz, no good. Here's Papanikolaou. Inside. Blocked! Tries again. Fires the three. And that one's good. Zinkov.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Kalathis. Pass to James. Outside, Brown to the paint. It's stolen. Here's Zinkov, defended by Brown. Wing shot on the way. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
The shot by James, no good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Papanikolaou. Knocked away. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Here's James. Off with the layup.
0 for 4 to start this game. Some of it's execution, and some of it's just bad luck.
Here's Fournier. It doesn't go for him. Nice D from Brown.
1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down and just play their brand of basketball. They were totally in sync on that play. Targeted the pass beautifully.
Fournier against James. Just 5 to shoot. The three is up. The rebound by Zinkov.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Fires, top of the key. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. Here's Korkmaz. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Brown with the stuff.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here is James. No points yet. Brown with a screen. James, outside. Three-pointer off the mark.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
The shot by Fournier, no good.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
And he drives in. And here in the back half of February, the power rankings tell a pretty complete story of the season so far. The good news is they're trending in the right direction, still right in the middle of the pack.
When I look at this visiting team, they've really found their identity as a team, managing to establish themselves as serious contenders.
And a nice finish on the layup.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
55 seconds left to play in the first. And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for your home team, Brown. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Hits both from the stripe. Here's Papanikolaou. 46 seconds left in the opening quarter. Pass to Vezenkov. Oh, they get a hand on it. 6 on the shot clock. And it's in there.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Here's Kalathis. Still without a bucket. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Second team foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this
At
one.
the line for your home team,
And he can't get the first one.
2 shots.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. To the inside. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
It's intercepted. And so the first quarter is in the books. Up by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
There's a screen. Diallo outside. From outside the arc. The shot, no good. Out to the right wing. Stolen. To the wing, right side. Here's Montejunas. Right with the board.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Here's Evans. 5-point lead, biggest of the game. Here's Peters. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Right, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. On Saturday, then on Wednesday.
In that game against Athens, a win for them in that one would be huge. Lots of bragging rights when you take down the top team in the league.
He does not get the second one. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Diallo. Lets it fly. Here's Montejunas. And that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Pass to Akobo. It's on target from the high post. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Here's Peters. Puts up a three. The shot by Evans, no good. Down low. Cuts off the pass. Ball stolen. Here's the break. Misses the baby hook. Here's Dorsey. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's Corneli. Hits a three-pointer.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
Here's Peters. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Here's Dorsey. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Diallo right side. Here's Mata Yunus. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. These are his first free throws of the game. The first free throw is good. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Here's Peters. Three-pointer. They get the rebound. Here's Wright. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Evans. And another shot. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game. 46 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. For 3, Diallo. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Pass to Evans. 24 seconds left to play in the second quarter. 5 to shoot.
Away team foul. Peters. First personal foul. First team foul.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Here's Corneli. The shot that time not on target. Here's Evans. Here's Dorsey. Banked it in off the glass. Dorsey's got 6 in the quarter.
I love the throwback basketball. Work it down low and set up your teammate.
And that concludes the first half. They're up 7. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Hey, you take a look at the visitors. I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the visiting team.
They're passing on.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. And it's Evans in at the point guard position. Pass to Vezenkov. The 3. Nails it from 3. Vezenkov's got 6.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
The big Big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Picked it. Here we go. And here's Brown for three. The rebound by Vezenkov.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Now, here is James. He's scoreless. Lets the three fly, and the three-pointer goes.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's Petrushev. Out to the wing. Pass to Evans. Here's Peters. Clock at 6. It's stolen. Here's the pick. Launches a 3. Brown can't hit. Brown's gone 1 for 3 on the night. Pass to Vezenkov. To the middle. Here's Evans. Fires the 3. The shot by Vezenkov, no good.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
Brown, no good. Brown's gone 1 for 4 from the field. Here's Dorsey, defended by Brown. Lets it go from deep. Sends it home from three-point land. Dorsey's got 9.
That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there.
Off target at the rim.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
And slammed dunk by James.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Now here's Brown.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Brown. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Here's Peters. Off target from three-point range.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Here's Korkmaz. And he jams it home with authority.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
And the visitors call time here.
Substitution on the court.
1:36 left in the third quarter. Beyond the arc. James with the rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Korkmaz, good.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
And miss after miss right now. After having trailed for a while, they could retake the lead.
Nice effort to battle back and put themselves in this position.
Here's Wright. And he he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. So far in this game, he's 0 for 2 at the line.
Shooting for the away team. Right. 2 shots.
That free throw misses. And he sinks the second.
Not an A-plus trip to the line, but he did get them the lead.
Here's Mata-Yunus, hounded by Wright. Here's Diallo. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
To the paint. Picked it out of midair. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Launches it from deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Diallo's got 8.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Can't hit that one.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
The shot, no good. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. Leading by just 2. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. He cautioned his guys against forcing things at the arc, saying we can't make a rhythm happen. So don't force it. Take what is coming to you out there. Coach hoping for a renewed offensive focus going forward, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. Pass to Fournier from behind the arc. The rebound by Diallo. This one for 3. Akobo, no good. Here's Papanikolaou. They're just trying to hold on to this lead, Grant.
And right now, you just can't afford to be careless.
Here's Akobo. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Pass to Fournier. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
And it's hard to deal with Fournier if you're defending him. I mean, he makes good decisions, whether he's passing or shooting the ball, and that makes him hard to guard.
And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Clock at 4. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Out to the right wing. They set the pick. Pass to Akobo. Puts up a 3. It's not going to go for him. Here's Vezinkov. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. From outside the arc. No good there. Vezinkov's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Pass to Diallo. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Cornelie. And here comes the break. Up the floor. Finished off the break. Fournier's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And really, come on now, that kind of drive is what you love about Fournier. No fear at all in terms of taking matters into his own hands.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Inside, here's Cornelie, and he dunks it down.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
Pass to Akobo. The three is up. The rebound by Vezenkov. Vezenkov's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Evans. Can't tie it up. That one misses.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
To the right side. Here's Peters. It falls! What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Here's Mata-Yunis.
And the game isn't over yet, but they have to move quickly.
That's the way to go.
Important possession here.
Yeah, we'll see how they execute under pressure.
Yes!
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Good. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
NBA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
Welcome to 2K Sports presentation of the NBA, but the bad news is there is no basketball, there is no NBA. The game has been canceled. Ha ha! Happy April Fool's Day, baby! This is the NBA, and we've got a great one in store. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Drills the three-pointer.
And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Now here's Brown. Slammed home, and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for one more.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. There's the drive, and he gets it to go. 5 points in the game.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And here they go. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here's Korkmaz. Pass to Brown. On the wing, James. 5 to shoot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
The ball goes to the away team.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
Good.
Now, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
Pass to Korkmaz. The screen from Brown. Takes the three. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And he jams it with authority.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Korkmaz. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Good on the shot.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The screen from Brown. Beyond the arc. Korkmaz, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the...
James covering. Goes back up. And it's good off the glass.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
They set the pick. To the middle. Cuts off the pass. And here we go. Connects from three-point range. 8 points for him.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
James covering. The steal. .56 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Brown. To halt the run. James outside. Clock at 4. And they call an illegal screen here.
I mean, with the amount of turnovers they've committed, it's no wonder they're in the position they're in right now.
Guys, they've really built a nice lead here.
And doesn't show any sign of slowing down.
Throws it up high. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Pass to Korkmaz. Back to James. Launches a three. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Coathis passes to James. Brown sets a screen for James. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Leading by 17. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Back to Hayes. Moniunas with the steal. To the paint. Corniche, the pass to Moniunas. Out to the right wing. There's the pick. This one for 3. Diallo, no good. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Okobo.
Away team foul. Number 1. First personal foul. First team foul.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Here's Diallo. Pocket 6. Puts up a 3. Come on. Corniche, the pass to Diallo.
Away team foul. Number 2. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Knocked away.
A risky cross-court pass there, and it costs them. You got to be sure.
Oh, yes, sir.
Great effort, and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
Here's Diallo. Nothing on the board. Pass to Okobo. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Going inside. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Moniunas passes to Okobo. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
There's the screen. He lobs it up. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Diallo. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Diallo's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, Picasso couldn't have drawn that up any better. Perfect execution off the inbounds.
Low. No good with the triple. Inside. Pass to Okobo. Here's Corniche. He has yet to score. Just 4 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. There's a good screen. Here's Hamas. Pass to Herrera. Misses off the left iron. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Oniunas finds Diallo. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Diallo's got 4 points this quarter.
Now, say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Sinks the three-pointer.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Pass to Corniche. There's 42 seconds left in the first half. Here's a Kobo. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Here's Herrera. Got a piece of it. To the right side. No good with the layup.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Hamas has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Here's Corniche. A dominating first half of basketball. And so far, hasn't been close. Up 19. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Guys, how about our winner from the Western Conference?
Leading the charge for this squad, man. Hey, Shaq, he's not only scoring well.
Yep.
Now let's talk about that lopsided first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the home team. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Korkmaz is out there with Brown. Then it's James. And it's Calathis in at the 1. Pass to Herrera. Shot clock at 5. Out of hand on it. Here's James. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Hamas. Pass to Herrera. To the inside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Personal foul. First team foul.
The first free throw is good.
Argento, 2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Papagiannis. No scoring in this one. Here's Korkmaz. Is with the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this game. Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Driving inside. That one goes. Count it. Calathis has got his first 2 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Here's Brown, and then Brown with the dunk.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Herrera. James covering. Can't cash in from close range.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Korkmaz, no good.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
A three-pointer off the mark.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
First personal foul, first team foul.
The free throw drops for James. He hits both from the stripe. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. James defending.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Pass to Korkmaz. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the 3. Rebounded by Ward. Korkmaz is gone, only 1 of 7 here from the field. Driving the lane, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Brown, no good.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
And James gets it to go. James has got 4 points now in the quarter.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Here's Ward. He's covered by Brown. Tipped away.
And priority number 1 has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
They set the pick. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's James. Misses from short range. James has gone 1 of 6 shooting from the field. Down low. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Papagiannis. 16 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Korkmaz. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Korkmaz has got 5 now.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Up by 15. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Corniche, and it's Diallo in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Ward, and he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Now, here's Diallo. Defense right on him. Here's Yunus, and there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Yunus grabs the miss. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Pass to Corniche. To the wing on the left. There's a screen by Yunus.
No doubt for me, the offense looks better in the second half. They've been able to dial down those turnovers, and that's been a huge help. And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
To Diallo. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up. And he makes that one.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Now Hayes. He gets that one.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Now here's Diallo. Yunus sets a screen for Diallo. Misses the deep three-point attempt.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Fires it up, and he hits the jump shot. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Count the basket.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
To the middle, here's Yunus, and the jam by Yunus.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
No good on the triple. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Let's go. He can't get that one to fall.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
And he's good on the three ball.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Here's Diallo. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Diallo's gone 2 of 7 from the floor here. To the inside. Shot clock at 6. Over to the left wing. Misses the three.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Drains it from beyond the arc. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Ward. The tray. You can't get that one. Puts up a deep three. Misses the shot. And so the road team gets the W in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think,
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
You don't want to let them get into a rhythm from out there.
Out left to the wing. Here's Papanikolaou. No good on the three. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Yes, it's good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Ward. Back to Hayes. Off the mark there with a three. To the inside, Ward. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Misses the three. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Here's Papanikolaou. Let's go with a three. No good on the shot.
And maybe they're a little too excited today. They need to settle down. They've opened up 1 for 4.
And a misconnection there. Fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
Outside Fournier. Jacks up a three. And Ward pulls it down.
Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock. And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
First personal foul. First team foul.
.157 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Papanikolaou. He's off on the layup.
And they've done a pretty good job working the ball inside, but haven't been able to convert at all.
Fires for 3. Knocks it down from distance. He's got 5.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Here's Vezinkov. No made baskets yet. To end the run. Some solid defense from Hayes. And there's the drive. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Fournier. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
At the line for 1.
There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. Fournier covering. Ooh, it's stolen. Here's Papanikolaou. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And he makes both free throws. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter. With the drive. And a missed layup. And they're on the break. There's the three. The shot won't fall. Fires from deep. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And that does it for the first quarter. Up by 7. After this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Was simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
Here's Evans.
Away team foul. Number 1. First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the visiting team. They held a 12-point lead earlier. There's a screen. 6 to shoot. Missed inside. It's picked off. Soft touch off the glass.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
Pass to Ward. Hits that one. Nice pass, leading him to the bucket.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Here's Petrushev. Here he goes.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around. I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Here's Dorsey. He gets it in there. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Going inside, pass to Hayes. Count it, 1 for 1 to start the game.
Assisted buckets, every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Uses the glass on the layup. Hayes has got his second bucket of the night.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Here's Dorsey. Over to the wing. Here's Petrushev. Pass to Evans. From the arc. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Hayes. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass. Hayes has got 6 points in the quarter.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
Evans, that's good. Evans has gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. To the left wing. The dive for the ball. Stolen. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Pass to Dorsey. Here's Evans. Can't connect from 14.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And yep, it's good.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
1:29 left in the first half. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. On up the court. Misses the layup. Here's Peters. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Dorsey. For three. That shot off the mark. 59 seconds left in the second period. And that one is hammered home.
Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. And he buries his first look.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
29 seconds left in the second period. Here's Hamas. Takes a three. Doesn't go that time.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Here's Evans. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
The first free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And so that brings the first half to a close. They're up by 6. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
You know, I love sitting up here and doing this show with you guys. I learn something new every day.
Man, you know what? It is pretty unreal.
And now, guys, it's time to talk about that challenging first half for the home team.
We needed to...
Thanks for tuning in.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And it's Vezinkov in at the 3. Here's Dorsey. And a miss there on the triple.
If they just continue to dominate the boards.
Takes it inside.
Home team foul. Dorsey. First personal foul. First team foul.
The home team on D. 6-point game. Shot clock at 6. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by Petrushev.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
And it's Dorsey in at the shooting guard position. They set the pick. Fires it. Three-pointer. Knocks down the triple.
All right, they got one on the board in the second half. Now you want to see more shots start to drop.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Shot is good. Off the back rim and in.
Well, that's taking full advantage of the opening. The defense probably willing to give him that one, but I like that he's capitalizing on it.
Here's Evans. He's got 9. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Evans has got 12 points.
Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look. The defense has got to run him off the line.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Pass to Hamas. Here's the 3. Drills it from deep. He has 6.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Here's Petrushev. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First team foul.
On Thursday, then on Wednesday.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
He's perfect from the line this time. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Thomas can't get it to go. Pass to Evans. 4-3. It's hauled in by Hamas.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
The three-pointer off the mark.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of a slump.
Deflected. The 3-ball. And it's Dorsey with the rebound.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
The shot by Evans, no good. 1:51 left in the third quarter.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
The shot by Dorsey, no good. Dorsey's gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. Here's Hamas. Still no points. Lays it up and banks it in. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Zinkov. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Here's Hamas. Goes up on the wing. And it's Dorsey with the rebound. Here's Peters. Out to the right wing. It's stolen. 41 seconds left in the third. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the free throw, no good.
One shot. Substitution on the court.
Here's Dorsey. Pass to Petrushev. 29 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Here's Evans. 4 on the clock. From outside, off the mark.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
Hayes inside. There's the triple. Goes up again. And we've reached the end of the third. Up 9. And we'll be back with you shortly. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Right wing. Ward passes to Hayes. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Hayes has gone 4 for 6 from the field. Here's Papanikolaou. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Vezenkov. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First team foul. At the line for your home team, Sasha Vezenkov.
And he drops the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Driving inside. Oh, got a piece of it. Pass to Ward. From deep. Drains the triple.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
The home team calls timeout. Swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He said to them, "You guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now."
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Ball is turned over. Away team ball.
And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Launches it. The shot no good.
Big rebound there. Now the question is, can they be better on the boards down the stretch? It remains to be seen.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
The three is up. Connects from downtown.
And when it comes to the three, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of hype. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
Here's Papanikolaou. The ball's knocked loose. Misses the one-handed jam. Right outside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim. Fournier covering. No good with a layup. And they're running. Right outside. From deep three-point land. That shot, no good. Pass to Ward. To the wing, right side. Out to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Hayes with it.
Home team foul. 0. First personal foul. First team foul.
1:27 left to play in the fourth quarter. Drops in the layup for 2.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Now here's Wright. Fires the three. It's Hayes with the rebound. Wright's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. And so the ball out of bounds. Fournier touched it last.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Pass to Ward. The three. Off with the layup. 3 on 3. Fires from the corner. No luck on that one.
Well, that miss was caused by the defense. They were all over him.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Hayes. Wright with a steal. Now here's Fournier. Tight defense on him. On the wing, Fournier. Fires away from way outside. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. They have to feel good about this performance.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Korkmaz is out there with Brown. Then it's James. And it's Papagiannis in at the center, locking down the middle. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Shooting for the away team. Home team.
Started.
And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. And you take a look at this home team, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top five.
And you know right now for the visiting team, they weren't supposed to be this effective at this point in the season. The question now is, can they sustain it?
Here's Korkmaz. Off target from outside. Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Milutinov, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
And this is something this guy takes pride in, capitalizing on second chance opportunities.
No one near James as he lets it go. Good on the three-point shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
To the wing right side. Papanikolaou, good.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Korkmaz. The three. It's good from long range.
Outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
Korkmaz has gone 50% from the arc, 1 of 2. Pass to Papanikolaou. All alone. Trained for 2 points. Papanicolaou's got 5. Papanicolaou's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Brown sets a screen for James. 3-pointer. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Fournier. It's deflected. Fournier against James. Pass to Papagiannis. Back to James. Brown with the screen on Fournier. And stolen by Fournier. To the paint. Here's Papanicolaou. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player. And if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
James looking around. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Fournier's shot is off.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Here's Papagiannis, and he goes in for the dunk.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. James against Fournier, and he comes up with the deuce. He has 5.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Fournier. Scoreless thus far. 1:19 left in the first quarter. 5 on the clock. Here's Papanicolaou. It's hauled in by Brown. On the wing, James. He's guarded by Fournier. Papagiannis.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Calathes gets the bucket.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
And I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
Count it. Papanicolaou's got 9.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot. Hot.
Brown outside. Inside. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
And they're moving it up. And here's James outside. Here's Korkmaz. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Fournier's shot is off. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Up 10, and we'll get the second. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
They've got Evans, Fournier out there with Peters, and it's Dorsey in at the shooting guard position. Evans passes to Dorsey. It's Fournier on the wing. Evans outside. And the jumper is good. Corniche is out there with Diallo. And it's Moniunas in at the 5 down low. Akobo, the pass to Moniunas. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Moniunas has got his first points of the game. Evans with it. The 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Evans has got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Down low. And the basket by Cornish.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Evans feeling it out a bit from deep three-point land. Cornish with the rebound.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
To the paint, there's Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
You're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
A shot by Dorsey, no good. Pass to Okobo. Off target with his three. On the wing, Evans. There's the three. That shot off. Eunice with it. Here's Cornish. And the three off target. Dorsey down low. Cornish with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Unable to get that one. Cornish has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
At the line for 2, number 77.
The first one falls. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Pass to Okobo. Misses in close. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. This summer, we saw the NBA break up its draft into 2 days. The next idea, a bigger break between the draft and the start of free agency. The common thread is giving front offices more time to strategize around these highly consequential decision periods, the NBA calendar. Kevin?
Interesting, DA. Thank you. 6 to shoot. Here's Peters. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Here's Okobo. Still without a basket. Basket counts. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. He's guarded by Diallo.
Away team foul. Martinez. First personal foul. Third team foul.
There's 1:26 left to play in the first half.
Amazing tenacity attacking the basket, and I'm sure he won't miss that next time.
Fires the three. Drills the three-pointer. Diallo's got 5 points now this quarter.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Pass to Evans. Here's Dorsey. The basket good off the assist from Evans.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Covered by Evans to the inside. Here's Fournier. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
They are just killing him on the interior.
And the call will be against Fournier.
Evan Fournier.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Covered by Evans. 27 seconds left here in the second. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's Eunice. And the jam by Eunice.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
He's guarded by Diallo. And it's denied. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Diallo. "11 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Dorsey. Drills it from outside. Dorsey's got 5 points now this quarter. Just 4 seconds left in the second quarter. And so we conclude the first half. Up by 8. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hey, everybody.
It's not a huge deficit on the boards, but enough to where they're giving away possessions, and that adds up, guys.
Yeah, if they're playing a comeback.
Moving on to our next topic. Thank you for being with us.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Vezenkov in at the power forward. Beyond the arc. No good that time.
And they continue to control the glass.
We've got Brown. Korkmaz is out there with James. And it's Galethis in at the point. Korkmaz passes to Papagiannis.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. They've got Fall, and it's Papanikolaou in at the small forward position. For 3. Rebounded by Papagiannis. They've got Korkmaz. He's out there with Brown, and it's Galethis in at the point guard position. Pass to Brown. Fournier against James. Here's Papanikolaou. They get it again. Here's Vezenkov. Now here's Fournier. Clock at 6. And it's Vezenkov missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And then Brown with the dunk.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And that's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. It's stolen by Brown. Here's Korkmaz. That 3 off the mark. Here's Papanikolaou. 9 points in the game so far. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got 5 rebounds tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
The screen from Brown. James outside. Shot clock at 6. Fires at the elbow. A second chance effort, and it's good on the way in. Papagiannis has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Pass to Brown. It's intercepted. Down low, trying to end the drought. Here's Papanikolaou. Outside Fournier. Poked loose and taken away by Brown.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Inside, here's James. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
And just tax a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Pass to Papanikolaou. Now here's Fournier. James defending. And Fournier kicks to Papanikolaou. It's no good. He is 4 for 10 in the game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Stolen away. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And he's got his first chance at the line here. That one misses for Fournier.
You know, there's an unpredictability about what Evan Fournier does that keeps defenders guessing. This guy is outstanding at using that to his advantage.
Pass to Dorsey. Three-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper. Dorsey's got 8.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Fournier against James. From past the arc. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Back to James. And stolen by Fournier. 3 seconds left. And it's good on the way up. He's got 10.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Up 9. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. Now, he asked for one thing, intensity. He said, I need you to crank it up to 11 out there. That's how we turn it around. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. We've got Evans, and it's Petrushev in its center. Pass to Dorsey. Fires the 3. He misses it. He's 4 for 7 from the floor. Right wing. Here's a Kobo. That one a little long.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Here's Dorsey. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's a Kobo, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's the screen. Pass to Dorsey. He's guarded by Diallo. And here's Evans outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Final quarter of play. About a minute and a half off the clock into it. Now here's Diallo.
They didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Evans. The rebound by Okobo.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And they're on the break. And he jams it with authority.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
At the line for your home team.
Smart accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
The ball goes to the away team.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Pass to Corniche. Here's Okobo. Unloads. And he hits the jumper for 2. Okobo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Every year, Doris, the NBA has a few points of emphasis they want to make. Anything you'd like to see emphasized?
Yeah, I think, Kevin, one thing that has to happen is we have got to give the defense a greater chance to succeed. We've tilted the game too heavily in the offense's favor, meaning too often at the rim, there's foul shots given for marginal contact. I think the defense has got to become more involved in the outcome of games.
Here's Petrushev, covered by Motiejunas. The ball travels out of bounds. Turnover.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Offensive rebound. Out to the wing. Pass to Petrushev. And Dorsey kicks to Evans. 4 on the clock. And they get it. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots. He missed but 3.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Okobo, the pass to Diallo. 1:11 left here in the fourth quarter. Driving in. Okobo. That's good. Okobo's gone 4-7 from the field here. Pass to Evans. He's guarded by Diallo. Up and in on the layup.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Home team foul. 0. First personal foul. First team foul.
A slam dunk by Diallo.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Was shot by Dorsey, no good. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Motiejunas sends a screen for Diallo. That's tipped.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
"17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Okobo. Here's Corniche. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Assistant, Okobo.
The The visiting club takes the win on the road. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy.
Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And he comes up with a bucket.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Here's Kalathis. Pass to James. Takes the three. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. And here's the fast break. Brown with the block. Oh, deflected. The layup misses. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now, here is James. Over to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. From downtown, hits the trifecta.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
James has gone 1 for 2 from deep. Out to the right wing. Defended by Brown.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
There's the drive. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
James, right side. Can't nail the jumper. James has gone 1 for 3 from the field here. They get it again. And a nice finish on the layup.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Oh, yeah, you think you gotta stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Now, here is James. Brown with a screen. Three-pointer. James can't get that one to fall.
And the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Pass to Ward. Check by James. And here's Hayes. 6 on the shot clock. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Here's Ward. And he goes in for the dunk.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. They set a pick. Pass to Korkmaz. Check by James. To the paint. And stolen by Brown. To the middle. It's Hayes with the rebound.
That's just a bucket. Look, you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss that.
To the left side wing. Fires from deep. Drops in the 3. He's got 5.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Good on the bucket.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
52 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And there's a pick. Shot clock at 5. The layup off target. It's James on the wing. There's the triple. Unable to get that one. And he banks in the layup.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Up 10. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They are playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Inside. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
There's the drive, and it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts. Here's a Kobo. Pass to Corley. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. On Saturday, and then on Thursday, first trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for 2.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. To the right side. There's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
There's a screen. 5 on the clock. For 3, Diallo. It's Hayes with the rebound. Right wing. Driving inside, and he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Richard, over the past few decades, we've seen bench reactions get bigger in the NBA. How much fun is that?
It's so much fun, but I think it also coincides with the league getting younger and younger and younger. So you have these young kids in there that are just there to have some fun and compete.
Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Here's Akobo. No points so far. 20 feet out. Here's Motiejunas. Back to Diallo. Clock at 6. They shoot again. And Ward pulls it down. Ward's got 4 rebounds in the game. On the take. And the layup is good off the glass. He's got 9.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Corneille passes to Diallo. Hayes inside. Pass to Ward. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You take a look at the home team. They slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
You know, right now for the visiting team, they've done a fantastic job of developing team chemistry. Higher on this list than lots of people expected. One of my favorite stories so far.
The 3, Diallo. That one no good.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
From behind the arc. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's the time to hang. To the wing on the left. Here he goes. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Count it.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
There's 1:17 left in the first half of basketball. He takes it in. The offensive rebound. They grab their own miss. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
And after struggling out the gate, he's looked more confident. And it's why his teammates have continued to feed him.
1 minute left to play in the half. Ooh, it's stolen away. And that one drops.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points, while the other guys struggle to keep up.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That free throw good from James.
2 shots.
And so he hits both. Off target at the rim. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. No coverage that time. Brown's got 5 now.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Check by James. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Korkmaz. Sweet little floater. Korkmaz has got his first basket.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
And we've reached halftime in this one. They lead by 13. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Let's talk about our winner from the Western Conference.
When it comes to running the offense, he's been exceptional, making smart play calls
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the home team. And that's a wrap on.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Oh, swiped away. Pass to Hamas. Check by James. Takes it inside, and that one is stuffed right through.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Oh, unreal play to take on the contact and get it to go.
Shooting for the away team.
And that one misses. Yep, that one's good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
The layup off target.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Gets some space and buries the jumper.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
Here's Korkmaz. And they get it back. Six to shoot. Launches a 3. The shot comes out.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
Here's Hamas. No points yet. Going inside. Out to the right wing. Takes a 3. He can't get that one to fall.
Look, when you've made your first 3 shots of the half, I think it's okay for a heat check.
James can't get it to go.
Out of halftime, not the way you want to execute, just 1 of 5 from the field.
Offensive rebound. Fires the 3. No good that time.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Got a piece of it.
And his struggles have been apparent. Unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
Jacks up a 3. Sinks the tray. He's got 5.
And the D's got to be better. I mean, that's a high-quality look for him.
Here's Korkmaz. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Second team foul. At the line for the away team, Papagiannis.
The first one falls. And good on the second, so he makes them both. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. From downtown. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Brown with a screen. Here's James. Second chance effort. And Brown with the layup. Brown's got 7.
Hard work pays off with a rebound and a bucket. That's just great fundamentals.
Down low. Check by James. They set the screen. Driving to the basket. Brown with the steal. To the inside. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
And if they want to mount a comeback here, they need him to get going. It's just that simple.
Surefire, one-handed stuff.
Yeah, with his focus, he's not going to miss that. Here's Calathis. Still without a bucket. Can't get it to fall.
There wasn't a lot of resistance there at the rim. He just tricked off a little bunny.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
43 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. With the drive, uses the glass on the layup. Calathis has gotten his first basket of the night.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
4-3. That shot off.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Pass to Brown. For 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Diallo. Pass to Corneli. Tries yet again, and he lays it in.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
And you think about that prize money for the NBA Cup, RJ. It's expected to increase quite a bit.
These new media rights got this money pumping. I wish I was 10 years younger. Okay, maybe 15.
And rejected. And he recovers it. Second chance shot. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. That three's off the mark. Here's Akobo. The shot misses. Lets it go from deep. Gets the 3 ball to go.
And his ability to officially score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
No good. Two minutes gone by here in the fourth. They get the rebound. And the ball travels out of bounds. Turnover.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Oh, my, and that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
Here's Diallo. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Off target with the three. In transition, here they come. Here's Monaco. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. To the middle. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Pass to Diallo. And you look around the league, we're witnessing a changing of the guard, Richard. A lot of young teams on the rise.
I think so. LeBron, Curry can only rule the roost for so long. Eventually, that torch has to be passed.
And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
Number 2.
To the right side. Here's Mata Yunus. He's defended by Hayes. There's the three. Good. Now 7 for 11 on the night.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Pass to Diallo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Diallo's gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far. He launched that one from way outside.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
To stop the run, it's Hayes with the rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Snatched up. Here's Corneli. Boom! He jams it straight down.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
30 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Off target from outside.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open. Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Inside. And he drops it in from the low post.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
Here's Diallo to the wing, right side. From deep. Off the mark. And so the home crowd treated to a win. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Knocks down the three ball.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Milutinov covered by Hayes, and that one good.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Pass to Ward. There's the pick. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far.
Away team foul. Sasha Kazenko. First personal foul. First team foul.
And so here's the home team. It's a three-point game. Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Hayes.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. We talked about tackling the quote-unquote Sabonis problem. Coach said, we want to challenge Sabonis as early and often as possible. We'd rather see him pass the ball than find his own shot, and especially inside. Well, they'll try to battle Sabonis in the paint. We'll see how that works out. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Ward, and the layup's good off the glass.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it. Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Stolen. And here they come. Here's Papanikolaou. Offline with his three. There's the triple. And that one is off. And he makes good on the layup.
You know, no time wasted getting that ball up the floor for the uncontested finish.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in.
Away team foul. Papanikolaou. First personal foul, second team foul. At the line for your home team.
And he makes the first.
Two shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Over to the wing. Here's Vazenkov. No good from outside. Lets it go from deep. Now here's Hayes. D right on him. Here's Ward driving to the basket. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
.109 left in the first. Latre. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. And an incredible double clutch dunk. Wow.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Just 5 to shoot. To the left side wing. Takes a 3. The shot comes out.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Up by 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
It's deflected. To the paint. Here's Hamid. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's Watsera. And the wing jumper offline.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And here's the fast break. Low. Drops in the layup for 2.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
You know, he recognized his players were fatigued and needed to catch their breath. Those guys. Were cooked out there.
One of the standout performers recently. We have a chance now to recognize the Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
Pass to Peters. Back to Evans from outside the arc. No good on that one. Low. Takes it off the glass.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Wright, and Wright throws it down hard.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
He takes it in. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Evans kicks to Peters. From outside, off the mark.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
Thomas can't drop it. Peters passes to Evans. From downtown, was shot by Dorsey, no good. Here's Thomas. He's guarded by Fournier. They set the screen. No good on the 3. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. From deep, Evans. Otero with the rebound. Shoots the 3. That one's in, his first shot this game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
There's 1:40 left to play here in the half. Swiped it away. And here comes the break. Here's Thomas. And a miss there on the triple. Thomas has gone 1 of 3 on the night. And Wright kicks to Evans. With the teardrop, and it's blocked. And he gets it back. Pass to Wright. Clock at 6. Launches a 3. And another shot. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Here's Thomas. He's guarded by Fournier. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Personal foul, second team foul.
On Thursday and then on Wednesday.
And you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And he sinks the second.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Here's Watera, and Wright pulls it down.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Here's Peters. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They got to get a hand in the face.
Low, covered by Evans. Pass to Thomas. A 3-ball. Sinks the triple. Thomas has got 5 points now in the quarter.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Up by 16. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
So they've got some firepower coming off that bench, man. And not just complimentary scorers. We're talking about
Taking a peek now at the... Thank you for being with us. Now let's...
And after a very lopsided first half, We'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. They get a hand on it.
Away team foul. 0. First personal foul. First team foul.
And the home team has possession. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game.
And you want to use the whole court, but you got to be careful with the long passes. Those are easier to pick off. Nice touch there near the hoop.
It's tipped. Pass to Papanikolaou. To the left wing. Here's Vezenkov. They set the pick. 5 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. Shot by Papanikolaou. No good. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. From the arc. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. To the inside. Milutinov misses from close range. Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
And they should just stay with what they've been doing.
And Hayes throws it down.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim.
Yeah, just couldn't contain himself. Couldn't control himself there.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here he goes. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
And he finishes nicely on the layup. Hits the three-point bomb. He's got 7.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Right at the free throw line. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Quick shot there, and it's off target.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Here's the 3. And no good.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Drives to the hoop. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. From deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. 1:39 left to play in the third. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Papanikolaou, and the basket is good. Papanikolaou's got his first basket of the night.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Pass to Ward. Puts up a 3. Hits it from three-point range.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And 1:01 left to play in the third. Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Vezenkov. 4 on the shot clock. Launches it. Traps in the tray. Vezenkov's got 7 points.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Driving the lane over to the left wing. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. He's got 9.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
And he banks in the layup.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
And at the end of the third quarter, and it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
2 points, that one goes.
I like the play call, very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Teams changing it up here. It's right on the wing. Pass to Peters. And it's Wright missing. Wright's gone 1 of 4 from the field. And over the last few years, Clark, we have seen an explosion of talent from Canada.
Tell you what, you go back to the mid-2000s, Steve Nash is winning those back-to-back MVPs. That's certainly part of it, but I really think a generation of players picked up the game, seeing guys like Steve Nash, and then the influx of great Canadian collegiate players going on to NBA success will certainly continue to keep that pipeline going.
Fournier for 3. That shot missing. Here's Hamas. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
And Wright pulls it down.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Kept alive. Outside Fournier. Pass to Dorsey. Here's Peters. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. There's a screen. Low. Six to shoot. And there's the drive. Fires from deep. And Wright pulls it down. Wright's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Peters. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Peters has got 1 3-pointer tonight in 4 tries. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Snatched up. Low, guarded by Wright. A three-pointer, no good.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
To the right side. Low, covered by Evans, and Wright pulls it down. Here's Peters. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Evans. And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. Are you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
A wide open look here for Wright. The quick look, no good that time. 44 seconds left in the fourth. Fires for three. Cans it from downtown.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And the wide open shot from Evans. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Guarded by Wright. And so the home crowd treated to a win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant show.